Hello, my friends. So nice to be with you all in this evening, continuing our study of the book, The Way, the Truth, and the Life by Emmanuel through the hands of Chico Xavier. And we are on chapter 71, and it is called Being a Witness. So, what is it to be a witness? So, in the verse, Luke 13, chapter 21, it says, "And this will happen to you so that you may be a witness." And Emmanuel clarifies this verse by saying, of course, the master does not like to see his disciples immersed in suffering. However, considering people's many needs, he understands the indispensable character of trials and obstacles. Modern pedagogy is replete with selective efforts, with competitions involving skills and with tests of intelligence. The gospel offers similar situations. Friends of Christ should not be gloomy persons who expect suffering. However, knowing their place of toil on a plane like the earth, they should expect all kinds of difficulties. For the counterfeit pleasures of the world, the planet is so full of mistaken leaders. How can we call upon the Savior to continue such illusions? When we are called to Christ, it is so that we may learn how to work for the bigger picture, remembering that service begins within ourselves. There are many educated persons who have become mentors for those who would like to have the deceitful delights of the physical realm. In the gospel, however, that is not the case. When the master invites someone to take part in his endeavor, it is not so that the person may weep in discouragement or lie around in the idle contentment. If the master has called you, remember that he already considers you worthy of being a witness. Let's repeat. If the master has called you, remember that he already considers you worthy of being a witness. So what does this mean to be a witness? Emmanuel clarifies us when he says friends of Christ should not be gloomy persons who expect suffering. However, knowing their place of toil on a plan like the earth, they should expect all kinds of difficulties. So to be a witness, it's really to be the followers of Christ. What happened to Christ over 2,000 years ago? He went through a lot of toils, a lot of suffering. However, he kept with his mission, which was and still is to spread love, to spread goodwill, to spread courage. So um, when he lived, he was the witness of God, of his love, of his hard work. No matter what happened during his time here on the planet Earth, no matter if he was put into very, very difficult and harsh situation, even put to death on a cross, he kept pushing on with his mission of love. So when Christ asks us to become a witness, it's really to keep pushing forward. Let's keep pushing forward by always, always never giving up. If your life is really upside down, do not give up. Keep showing up. every single moment. Keep praying, thinking positive thoughts, keep pushing forward, having courage to keep carrying on your mission. But the question is, what is your mission? Is your mission aligned with the Christ love? Because if you say that your mission is aligned to Christ Christianity, but what Christianity are we talking about? Christianity that serves love, or Christianity that serves whatever justice and laws they believe they are? Because the only law that Christ taught us is the law of love with responsibility. So let's continue to keep pushing on, becoming a witness of Christ in every single moment of our lives. There are moments that when we wake up in the morning, we feel like, oh my goodness, another day. It's so hard. It's so much going on in my life. Can I continue pushing forward? So let's remember this last paragraph when Emmanuel clarifies to us that if the master has called you, remember that he already considers you worthy of being a witness. So if you have heard of Christ's teachings, he already called you and you're already worthy to become his witness. How beautiful is this lesson? So with that being said, let's close our eyes, connecting with our Master Jesus, asking him to inspire us in every single moment of our lives, especially those that are so difficult. Help us, Jesus, to remember that you called us to become a witness. And through our examples of never giving up, no matter what is happening in our lives, in our inner house, support us so we continue pushing forward. Enlighten us so that we reach for a book to read that will calm our hearts, like this book, The Way, the Truth, and the Life. Inspire us to reach for networks such as Kardec Radio, books such as The Codification of Allan Kardec, to give us inspiration so that we continue marching forward, even when we feel that we can no longer continue. Let us all remember when Christ was on the cross, the message that he left us is always to forgive one another, forgive ourselves. Because sometimes, for the majority of the times, we don't know what we are doing. But knowing that Christ will never rest until his last sheep is saved, which means his last sheep comes back home to love, to forgiveness. Thank you so much, Master Jesus. Bless our home, our friends, our universal family. Bless the leaders of all countries, remembering that we're all brothers and sisters working together. Inspire us to collectively pursue the good in all of us. Inspire us so that we are also part of this positivity that envelops the planet Earth with beautiful melodies that comes from our hearts and our minds. Bless those who are suffering this moment in places of war. Bless our brothers and sisters so that they can feel one another's heart beating. They can feel one another like their own. Bless the water from the planet Earth. Bless the food, the nature, and bring, God, blessings to our minds so that we can continue to keep thinking positively and becoming a witness to your love. Showing the world that yes, we can feel pain, but suffering is an option. It's a choice. So inspire us, Father, to see the goodness in every situation, to not lose hope, because hope, faith, and love, it's all we have. And it's enough to keep us marching forward. Thank you so much. Bless to everyone here. Bless to Kardec Radio, all its volunteers, its directors. Thank you so much. So be it. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your week. And we will see you again next Thursday. God bless.